Gotcha! It is a Music for My workshop for #Summer of Singing, and this is all about Kate Bush. We are going to listen to 5 of her songs and talk about her singing, talk about the drama that she brings to her singing, talk about how she uses her full voice as an instrument. She really does think of herself as a violin, and that's one of the songs that we're going to talk about. But before we start, let's roll titles. Kate Bush, wow. Wow. Maybe you have come to this video because you are already a Kate Bush fan. I'm here with you. Maybe you've come here because you're a fan of Stranger Things and that incredible episode with Running Up That Hill as the main soundtrack for that episode brought you to Kate and the wonder that is Kate, and you are keen to explore more of her music. Or maybe you actually think, like I think quite a lot of people do, and are a bit Marmite with Kate. You either love her or you hate her, and if you really can't get past the early style of her voice, the way that her early songs are in terms of her voice, because as we're going to hear, she does take specific tones, uses specific tones that some people might find a bit shrill, a bit annoying. I don't. I think it's incredible. Kate doesn't either. You know, there are specific choices for Kate, which is what we're going to discover in this workshop. So what are we going to do? We are going to listen to 5 songs, as I said, starting with Hounds of Love, which is the title card for this workshop. And speaking of Hounds of Love, that is a song that we are currently singing in the club. What is the club? The Music for My Singing Club is an online weekly singing session with an online library as well, the Sing and Mix library of warm-up exercises. In those singing sessions that we do every week, we sing songs like Hounds of Love, like Adele's Someone Like You. We're going to be doing The Greatest Showman soon. We're going to be doing You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Club members are the ones that decide what they sing. So, what's your favourite song? Who knows? That could be the song that we are singing next. And of course, for these songs, the backing tracks that we provide are exclusive to club members. They are especially made for the club. We also have tips and tricks on how to sing songs and an amazing community. So, amplify your creativity and grow your voice with Music for My. It's £18 per month, which is just a fraction of the cost of normal singing lessons, and you get the same experience as singing lessons. So www.musicformy.co.uk. But let's crack on with today's workshop, starting with Hounds of Love. Let's go, Kate.
It's in the trees. It's coming.
When I was a child, running in the night, afraid of what I might be, hiding in the dark, hiding in the street, and the world was full of enemies. The hounds of love are hunting. I've always been a coward, and I don't know what's good for me.
Right, what did we hear? We heard a very pouty sound, a kind of a droopy sound, I suppose. She's very much kind of singing like this. The hounds of love are hunting, with very pouty lips and a downturn face. I mean, this is me doing the extreme. When she's actually singing, she's learnt how not to be like this when she sings, but that's how you can get the effect. The hounds of love are haunting. It's good. It's a really good analogy to think of your voice like a trombone. Bear with me. So with the trombone player, the trombonist, they are basically our lungs. They're the power behind our voice. You know how a trombonist goes and vibrates their lips together to make the sound? Those are our vocal folds in our neck, vibrating off each other. Then the tubes of the trombone are everything happening within our mouths and our kind of all up in there. So with our tongue, we can manipulate those tubes. With our soft palate, we can manipulate it. With our nasal cavities and our nose, we can manipulate it. And then finally, our lips are the bell of that trombone. And like trombonists, they can change the sound with mutes and things like that. We can change the sound with the shape of our lips, because you could quite easily sing it, Hounds of Love are hunting, a much brighter sound with an open mouth. But Kate goes for the Hounds of Love are hunting. So she's immediately pouted her lips to create that sound. There's a lot of vocal fry going on in her performance as well. Vocal fries like this. It's the robot noise that we do, the kind of crackly. That's basically our vocal folds not vibrating as fast or as efficiently as they should be. We're letting some air through, more air through, and you basically just find that by doing a robot voice. Hello, 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 hello. Practicing that and adding that to the beginning of phrases, to the beginning of words. There are a few dog noises in there as well, which I shall come on to in a minute, but let's listen on.
Here I go. It's coming for me through the trees. Oh, help me, someone, help me, please. Take my shoes off and throw them away, and I'll be 2 steps on the water.
Did you hear the 2 steps? 2 steps. There's the vocal fry. There's also a lot of crying in this. Oh, here I go. She's, it really is like a kind of, oh, hello, no. A whiny sound that she's making. I mentioned in the introduction how Kate uses her voice and thinks of herself as an instrument. Maybe she thinks of herself as a trombone. I don't know. But yeah, she's pulling on all these various sounds that we can produce as human instrumentalists, voice instrumentalists, voicestralists. There's so much we can do. There is no right or wrong. You can do crying or whiny noises. You can do growly kind of vocal fry noises. You can do the pouty noises as well. You could easily sing it angelic and choir boy like. You don't have to sing it like this. This is just, these are the timbre, these are the colours that she is exploring with her voice. It's quite a cool thing, I think, as well, because hey, AI is coming. And, well, AI is already here, and I know that there's a lot of worry amongst artists for their voices being used by AI in a way that's, out of their control, and it isn't actually their voice. It's not their voice. It's artificially created. I dare anyone to recreate a Kate Bush song, because she is so varied in how she uses her voice. So that'd be my advice for all of you. Just keep them guessing. Keep throwing some funky sounds out there. Sprinkle it with that seasoning, that fairy dust. Play with your voice. Don't be samey. Don't be generic. Be your own voice. Kate certainly is. And wow, what a voice. Let's go on.
I found a fox
pouty.
His little heart, it beats so fast.
But
And I'm ashamed of running away. But nothing real, I just can't deal with this. I'm still afraid to be there.
breathy, be there.
Among your hounds of love.
Did you hear that? Among your hounds of love. Really, really expressive on those words. We haven't spoken about the dog noises. Oh, 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 oh. And sometimes they are do, 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 do. Let's bring more dog noises into pop singing, into all singing. Honestly, though, it's great. You're accessing really, really cool tones up here. Oh, 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 oh. So you're lifting your soft palate and throwing that sound through high into your lovely nasal sounds, and feeling that kind of flicker here on your glottis. Oh, 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 oh. Just, being a dog for a day. It's great.
Feel your arms surround me.
So expressive.
I've always been the coward. I never know what's good for me.
Every word is important.
Oh, here I go. Don't let me go. Hold me down. It's coming for me through the trees. Oh, help me, darling, help me, please. Take my shoes off and throw them in the lake, and I'll be 2 steps on the water.
Oh, did you hear the way that she sang throw? Throw them in the lake. I think I just blasted my microphone just then. Sorry. Yeah, she put a little growl to the front of that, which was different from the first time that she sang it, the first verse, because she's keeping us guessing. She's reeling us in. She's saving those little tricks, that extra colour, that extra spice for later on in the song. Constantly building. That's what we want. We're telling a story. We're constantly telling a story whenever we sing. Don't go all in with all your tricks. Save them for later on. Save them for the end. Otherwise, everyone's going to be like, that's it? Okay. And then kind of sit back and switch off. Keep the audience guessing. Reel them in. Hook them and reel them in. And that's what Kate does with her dramatic instrumental singing. Right, next song, and I'm going to change to listening in because that's what we're doing. I recorded this live, and yeah, when I'm recording it live, this is what happens. I forget to do my little listening in thingies, and we are listening in to Kate. Right, okay, the next song is from her first album, and it is her first single, probably the most famous of her songs before Running Up That Hill and Stranger Things brought a new wave of fans to Kate. Yeah, it's Wuthering Heights. Great book, Emily Bronte. Very dark, but yeah, fantastic book. And I think, fun fact, Kate she certainly hadn't read the book when she wrote this song, and I still don't think she's read it. My understanding is that she saw the film and then wrote the song, because the song is a very faithful encounter, adaptation, I suppose, faithful telling of the story. So yeah, it's brilliant. Wuthering Heights and early Kate Bush I can understand why some people are a little bit adverse to Kate's voice. It's very high. It's very shrill in parts. She wasn't classically trained, so she's just singing. Is she necessarily using her full voice? No. Is she necessarily using good support and, good technique? I say good. I'm talking, when I say good, there's no good and bad. I just mean from a classical opera point of view. My training is opera. It's very, serious, important, correct. This is how it should be. So, could she have had a different colour in her voice? Absolutely. Absolutely she could. But having said all that, this is the choice that she's made. This is her voice. This is her singing this song exactly how she wants to, in exactly the way, in exactly the voice. And therefore, it suits it. It's perfect, therefore, because it is the choice that the songwriter has made. So don't ever feel that you need to sing in a certain way or do things in a certain way. I mean, unless you're doing opera or musical theatre to a certain extent. But yes, gosh, your voice is everything. Embrace it. Play with it and own your choices. They are valid. They are strong. So here we go for some really, really high Wuthering Heights. Oh, gorgeous.
Out on the winding, windy moors, we'd roll and fall in green. You had a temper like my jealousy, too hard, too greedy. How could you leave me when I needed to possess you? I hated you, I loved you too.
Right. So what is she doing? She's really, really childlike, bright and high and very, very open at the back. Out on the wily, windy moor, sweet rolling, falling green. Apologies, I make up the words. I always make up the words to this song. I've been singing this song for so long. And when I first heard it, I just made up the words, and now I can't get those made up words out of my head. But yes. Anyway, it's that kind of hi, hello there. Really, really bright. And you can get that by putting on a Joker type smile and raising your eyebrows. I was once told that in a choir session for the Kent Youth Choir. Shout out to the Kent Youth Choir. I was just singing along, and they actually went, raise your eyebrows. And it did. It lifts the tone. It makes it brighter. Because we don't have to always be singing like this, but we can be singing like this. We can be singing like this. And it still makes the tone brighter. So practice that. And then in time, when you're used to it, you'll be able to do it without looking like the Joker, who is pretty scary. Oh my gosh, that film gave me incredible nightmares. So she's up here, out on the wily, windy moor, sweet rolling, falling green. And then she goes, when it's the Wuthering Heights at the end, she's flip-flopping like a yo-yo from the high up here, wuthering. Other way around, Alice. Wuthering Heights. Wuther down here, ring up here. Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff. Here we go. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So here's the Wuthering Heights. The cold cold. She's shivering. It's a cold. The word is cold, and she's showing that by creating a kind of a shivering effect by breaking up that note. That's a deliberate choice, and it's brilliant. She is painting this picture of the scene, and we feel cold and shivery because of it. She's so doing the cold, really engaging everything down here. It always comes from our tummies to break up the sound. Remember that analogy of the trombone player. That's the lungs are the player. They're in control. So everything comes from our lungs. Everything comes from down there. She is getting a little bit more depth. Kind of it is less up here, and she brings it slightly further back. And you do that just by creating space in your throat. So I do that a couple of ways. I either have a yawny position. You know when you're about to yawn? I guarantee you'll be yawning now. But you know when you're about to yawn? Everything opens up. Your soft palate lifts. Your throat opens. It's the same as like when you see someone on the other side of the street and you're going, hi, hello. That kind of surprise, like space. That is the space. I also sometimes describe it as having either an apple or a Coke can. It's always a Coke can. I don't know why. It could be lilt. Oh my goodness, I had a lilt the other day. Blast from the past. Amazing. Or it could be a tin of beans or anything else. Anything that's basically going to open up your throat. And that's how she gets depth to the sound while still being high. Oh, it gets dark. It gets lonely. On the other side too, there's the open throat, but still high and bright.
Ooh, it gets dark, it gets lonely on the other side from you. I find a lot falls through without you. Coming back now, cool evening, my one dream, I only must stay.
So she's doing that really like squeaking. No, no. She's just like sucking the sound back in. Found out to Heathcliff. There's lots of sliding as well, sliding up there and sliding down, just touching those notes and coming back down again. And it doesn't necessarily matter if they're clean or not. Just kind of like touch them, say hello, and then come off them immediately. Really doesn't really matter with this. Wooded, she goes. Wooded. Wuthering. Just turned it up. I'm turning it down. Turned it up instead of down, but there we go. That was Wuthering Heights. So yes, high, possibly shrill, but it's early Kate Bush, and it's brilliant. I don't care what anyone says. Brilliant. And it's Wuthering Heights, you know. It's the best book. If you haven't read it, read Wuthering Heights or watch the film or both. Okay, this is really exciting. This song, maybe it's not so well known. I don't think so. I'm not sure. It's from her album Never Forever, and it is called Violin, and it's a song about a violin, because why not? You know, we write songs about books. We write songs about, I mean, there's lots of love songs out there and stuff like that, but why don't we just write a song about an instrument? So what she does, which is what you'll hear, she's writing about violin, singing, describing the violin, etc. But the sounds that she's getting with her voice are the sounds of a violin. And that is why as a singer, this is probably one of my, it's not necessarily my favorite Kate Bush song. My favorite Kate Bush song's coming later, keep watching. But this is my favorite to sing because it is just so fun. So fun. This song really, really kind of epitomizes the whole using your whole body, using your whole voice as an instrument, because wow, she does. Wow. And Wow's one of her songs, by the way. That's another really good one. Oh my gosh, she's got so many. I love Kate. Violin.
Four strings across the bridge, ready to carry me over the quavers, dropping the bars, out of the realm of the orchestra, out of the realm of the orchestra, feeling me have the shivers, feeling me have the shivers and quivers, feeling me have the shivers.
We've all done that, and I do that a lot actually with students, practicing sliding your whole range. So going as low as you can, and then sliding up every single microtone all the way up to the top. Almost whistle tone sounds, and that is what she's doing. Filling me up with the shivers and quivers, filling me up. Oh my goodness, it is so fun, and just the expression in her voice. She's really kind of she's doing speech singing. She's like, 4 strings across the bridge, ready to carry the over. It's really over the top. Really over the top. But if you imagine, I mean, that's what that is a violin. That's how they are. I mean, I know you get really beautiful, obviously get beautiful legato, smooth violin pieces, but just think of a real kind of, a jig or certainly like the Vivaldi violins. She sounds like a violin. She is using her voice like a violin. So it's really high, ready to carry the over, but it's also a bit more. She's got more depth. Her voice is kind of, it has grown. It has grown, because if you think about it, when she did Wuthering Heights, this is comparing it to Wuthering Heights. When she wrote Wuthering Heights, she was younger, she was new, she was learning. She's been singing now for longer. And as we know, when we sing, the more practiced we become, the more comfortable we become with our breathing, with our space, with everything like that. And so, yes, she has got more depth in her voice, more confidence to really go crazy and pull out these weird sounds that are just incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, no, even when she's doing her high bits, there's that space, that lovely yawny space. Yawny. So yeah, we have a proper growl there. Proper growl. Get the boat going. So she's kind of gone up here. I mean, I can't do it how she does it. But it's a bit of a that's a growl sound. Get the boat going. And it screams to me. She's brought it in now, and remember previously I said for Hounds of Love, save those things for later on in the song. she does much more in the rest of this song, so don't worry, she's not giving away all her tricks right now, and it fits perfectly for that moment. The other thing I wanted to highlight as well, did you hear at the very, very end that lovely, lovely long note, Violin? She goes underneath the chord. She's got that discordant note that needs to be resolved onto the root of the chord, which she does later on. That creates that moment of tension. And that is to me is just that really is. That's a violin. Violins, they always do that in the end of a cadence. They'll do the dissonant note and then resolve it for the chord at the end. It's so. I mean, I'm geeking out at the musicalness of it. It's really, really, really cool. She is being a violin. Okay, you probably think you either think I'm crazy or you do actually love this song. Think about how fun it is. How fun it is to really you know how you can get that kind of release. There's loads of people, you just want to go outside and just scream, just to let out all of this energy and just like ah! You can do that the same with a get the ball going and the Paganini, that devil, and she kind of goes down and she goes into my rhythm stick, like really, really, really low breathy, up with the high squeaky, full range of pitch, full range of timbre, the color in her voice, full range of tone with the kind of breathy sounds and the squeaky sounds. I love this song. I highly, highly recommend putting it on, listening to it, being a bit maybe because it's totally unlike anything that we have today, and maybe it appears a bit jokey, but wow, it is fun. It's a fun song to sing. So yeah, that's my most favorite song to sing of hers. One of my favorite song, my most favorite song of hers to sing. Okay, now before we do move on, we finish with my favorite song, I'm just going to quickly touch on another song of hers. This is again, we're moving through time. So that was the album Never Forever. We are now moving on to The Dreaming. All of her albums are incredible. So I do recommend listening to them all. I couldn't say which is my favorite. I absolutely couldn't say which is my favorite, but is it The Dreaming? No. Is it? It could be. It's very, very good. Right, anyway, it's Sat in Your Lap. So we're slightly later on, as I said, from the previous album.
I see the people working and see it working for them, and so I want to join in, but then I find it heavy. So see that knowledge is something set up in your lap. So see that knowledge is something that you never hold.
we can hear a new side of her voice, a much softer side, a lyrical side. I suppose I see the people running, da 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 da. Then they find it had me. Let's put up the. I see the people working, and see it working for them. There's lots of breath coming through. She's singing on that breath, so she's singing on the tone, and it is. See, I'm going to say it's more pleasant. It's more pleasant to a lot of people. I mean, I love all her voice. I love Wuthering Heights, and I love, as you know, I love Violin. So I love all the ways that she sings. But I suppose it's definitely much more lyrical. It's more full, smooth, rounded. It's lovely. And then she contradicts that with a stop saying that knowledge is something set up in your lap. Very staccato, very punchy staccato. Short, sharp sounds. Do, 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 do. Legato. Do, 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 do. Legato smooth. Legato the opposite of staccato. Some say that knowledge is something set up in your lap. Again, playing with her voice. Using her full tonal range, her full timbre range, her full colour range. It's gorgeous.
I see the people happy, so can it happen for me? 'Cause when I am unhappy, there's nothing that can move me. Some say that knowledge is something that you never have. Some say that knowledge is something set up in your lap. Some say that heaven is hell. Some say that hell is heaven.
And then
I must admit, just when I think I'm king, just when I think I'm king, I must admit, just when I think I'm king.
that was really well supported. Really well supported note. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can you hear? She's got that kind of droopy sound. I must admit, just when I think I'm king. Similar to how we had in the Hounds of Love, that kind of full, oh, hello, hello, a little tired. So she's turned down the back of her throat. She's dropped her soft palate. It's kind of low, and she's creating that effect. But it's as I said, yeah, her voice is definitely more supported now, more lyrical. It's very, very, yes, okay, it's breathy, but the tone is coming through really, really strong, and it's lovely.
I've been doing it for years. My goal is moving near. Says look, I'm over here. Let it up and disappear. Some say that knowledge is something set up in your lap. Some say that knowledge is
Love that.
to be a lawyer. I want to be a scholar. But I really can't be bothered. We just give it quick, give it.
Love that. I'll just pause there quickly. I'll keep listening to it. But every single word has its place. Every single word has its importance. Even the ha, ha, ha. It's all very deliberate. There are no, like, you know, forgotten words, even like the little connecting words like and, it, you know, things like that, everything. And that's why she's so deliberate, expressive with her pronunciation as well, because if you just flip, I mean, I know that I always talk about using the most beautiful vowel to sing certain songs, especially as you go higher and higher and higher. That's why we can change I vowels sometimes to more of an R sound, so that it just sounds nicer. She's manipulating these vowels in a different way to create the sound that she wants, and it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Especially things like here, which we wouldn't normally do. Over there. but it brings such character to the music, character to the song, and and as I said, it's uniquely Kate. It's fantastic. Go play with words. Play. That's what she does, and look at the effect.
Succeed, heaven is hell. Succeed, hell is heaven. I must admit, just when I think I'm
She's running around.
just when I think I'm king, I must admit, just when I think everything's going great,
Oh, loads of growling.
I got the break. Hey, I'm gonna take it off. When I feel just begin.
Oh, and that was gorgeous. Again, really well controlled and beautifully placed just then. Yeah, there's definitely been growth in terms of the lyricalness in her voice as the albums go on, as she gets older, because our voices change as we get older. Only slightly, that we can still keep them, but they do change because our bodies change. But they tend to get stronger, like I said, because you are singing, you're practicing, you are learning your breath, you're perfecting your breath management, and it translates to the songs that you sing. It's time for my most favorite Kate Bush song, which is just stunning. I don't think there's much to say. This is just beautiful. And as you're listening to it, certainly to the beginning, and I will pause and talk about it, but think about the journey that we've taken from Wuthering Heights. I know the first song that we listened to was Hounds of Love, but think from Wuthering Heights, her first single, her first song, how her voice was there, and how she has her voice in this song. This is beauty.
Some moments that I've had, some moments of pleasure.
Vibrato.
I think about us lying on a beach somewhere. I think about us diving off a rock into another moment.
Do you hear how she's doing that lovely crying? I mean, this song just makes me feel so emotional. It's so beautiful. But she did I think about us lying. It's subtle, kind of like slight. Slight kind of, it's like a slight little crying notion on her voice. Think about us lying on a beach somewhere. Just little touches, as I said, because she feels more in control of her voice now, which she has got through practice. She can just like effortlessly add those little gorgeous cry twangs, beautiful embellishments that fit the piece. And notice how lyrical and full. Like I said, there was vibrato, and before then we didn't have that kind of that beautiful breathy vibrato. Really, really stunning. Really good. Really. I love this song.
The case of George the Wine. Oh God, I can't stop laughing. This sense of humor of mine, it isn't funny at all.
Her voice breaks. Beautiful.
Oh, but we sit up all night talking about it.
Poetry.
Just
Remember I said that we're always picking, there are certain words that we manipulate the vowels for, the vowels for. Eyes are those vowels because they're horrible diphthongs. And normally for this, the word time, we would do a kind of an R. Time. Just feel alive. It can really help. These moments given are a gift from time. We'd go time. But she goes time. Opens it up much more. Which... not necessarily the most beautiful sound, but in this song it is. It really, really is. Did you hear the squeaks that she had in her voice as well? The case of George the Wipe, and then she goes, "Oh God, I can't stop laughing." It was more of an I can't because it was a break in her voice. It was beautiful. It's just beautiful. And this is what I'm saying. She's so, she's a chameleon. She can be the violin, playing all of that and being all crazy with her voice. And now she can be really, really lyrical, beautiful, reflective, soft, whatever adjective you have. She is that in this song.
On a balcony in New York, it's just started to snow. He meets us at the lift, like Douglas Fairbanks, waving his walking stick.
Every word is
But he
important.
isn't well
Every
alone.
word.
The building
Every syllable.
of New York look just like mountains through the snow. Just feel alive. It could really hurt. And these moments given are a gift from time. Just let's try to give these moments back to those we love, to those who will survive.
Oh my gosh, that survive. She kind of went really guttural there, and it was absolutely beautiful. Did you hear? So, gosh, this song makes me really emotional. The every single, I said every single word is important, but every single syllable is important. She was like, the buildings of New York. Every single word, every single syllable had its place, was perfectly formed and expressively sung. Oh. Moments of pleasure from the Red Shoes. Wow. So that was, I suppose, an introduction to Kate Bush for those who are not so familiar with her work. For those of you that are mega fans and have made it through the end of the video, and you've probably got completely different opinions to me, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them. And I'd also love to hear what songs are your favourites. I know there were loads. I mean, I've only... her back catalogue is huge. Her collection of good songs is, well, they're all good songs. So yeah, this is probably going to be the first of many videos on Kate Bush because she's Kate Bush, you know? But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you think. Especially, yeah, what you think about those songs that I've picked that are, well, two of my favorites, two of my ultimate, well, they're all my favorites. Oh my goodness, I can't pick. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit kind of after moments of pleasure because it gets me every single time. But that was our workshop. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, follow, share. It really, really helps. Head to www.musicformy.co.uk for more information about the club. Think about joining the club as well. Check us out on our socials. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, and we've got Threads. Although I haven't done anything on Threads for a while. I will. But that was it. I will sing with you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.